What's going on, everyone? My name is Gormy. Today I'm bringing you guys a strikerless 4-3-3 tactic that I'm sure you guys will love once you get your hands on it. You guys will be able to download it from the Discord, which is linked down in the description, so make sure to check that out. Also, the set piece tactics will be not only a part of the tactic, but will also be linked in the Discord as well for you guys to download if you guys wish to give them a go. But yeah, before we get into today's video, if you guys do happen to enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe. As subscribing is 100% free, so why not subscribe? And now, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, here we are. The tactic is called Strike Force Zero, created from the ground up by yours truly right here. It features 2 inside forwards on attack. It's got crosses aimed at center, shoot more often, close down more, and mark tighter. Then it's got a shadow striker on attack in between the two, with crosses aimed at center, shoot more often, close down more, and mark tighter. It's got a ball-winning midfielder on support with crosses aimed at center, shoot less often, mark tighter. A deep line playmaker on support with crosses aimed at center, close down more, tackle harder, mark tighter. A halfback on defend will close down more, tackle harder, and mark tighter. Then we got 2 wingbacks on support, both with crosses aimed at center, shoot less often, close down more, mark tighter. Then we got 2 central defenders on defend, close down less, tackle harder, mark tighter, and the goalkeeper on defend was left as is. Now, it is played with an attacking mentality. You can get away with it being positive or balanced or cautious if need be, but I suggest not going anywhere near cautious or defensive because it will invite more pressure onto you. Now, when in possession, it is played wide, pass into space, overlap on the left and the right, and play out from the defense. We work the ball into the box, slightly more direct passing, and much higher tempo. When in transition, we counter press and counter, distribute quickly by rolling the ball out to either the defense, meaning the fullbacks or center backs, or to a playmaker. And then once out of possession, we use the offside trap. We have tighter marking. We got more often trigger press, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, much higher line of engagement, and a higher defensive line. Now, this tactic, I tested out with Liverpool, Southampton, and Brentford. In my opinion, all teams that are not meant to be played without a striker. Now, when you are playing a strikerless tactic, you can always train your striker to play as a shadow striker. May take some time, but if they are performing well enough over that time that you are playing them in that role and training them, they are going to perform exactly the same as they would as a striker. So now let's see how these 3 clubs did within the competitions. All right, so as you guys can see here on the left side of your screen, Liverpool won the league on 97 points without a striker. Southampton almost qualified for Europe without a striker, finishing on 59 points. They have one more result go their way. They could have very well been within Europe. Now, Brentford, they finished in 11th. They're supposed to finish nowhere near 11th. They're supposed to basically finish in the relegation zone. And they finished in 11th while having Ivan Toney as the shadow striker. Southampton had Che Adams as the shadow striker. And then Liverpool had Sadio Mane as the shadow striker. Now, Liverpool were the only team to win silverware out of these teams, and rightly so. They are the best out of the 3. But seeing that Southampton were able to finish in 8th without a striker, Brentford in 11th without a striker, that is very, very impressive. Liverpool finishing in 1st on 97 points. Then they beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final 4-0 without a striker. And then they won the FA Cup, beating Chelsea 2-1. So they got in trouble without a striker. And then Carabao Cup, they got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Leeds. So they were very, very close to doing what they have the possibility of doing in reality, which is the quadruple. But in reality, they use a striker. In this test, they did not. Now let's see how we did team overview and player overview wise. All right, so Liverpool, they had 111 goals in the league. That is hard to do. Yes, they are Liverpool, but 111 goals without a striker, not easy to do. Southampton finished in 5th, scoring 62 goals. Most shots for, Liverpool were in 1st. Few shots against, they were also in 1st. Best pass completion, no one was in. Most possessions, same thing there. Tackles won, same thing. But dribbles made, Liverpool were in 1st with 554, almost 100 more than the second place team, which was Manchester City. And then most clean sheets, Liverpool had 22 clean sheets, Brentford had 11, and then fewest conceded, Liverpool only conceded 22 goals on the season. Then we go to most goals, and there were 4 players up here for the most goals, finishing in first, and 3 of the 4 were from teams that we tested with. So Luis Diaz had 21 goals. He was on that left side. Sadio Mane scoring 21 goals. He was the shadow striker. Che Adams scoring 21 goals. He was also a shadow striker. Most assists, Trent Alexander-Arnold with 17, Andy Robertson with 13, James Ward-Prowse with 12, and Brian Mbeumo with 10. Most shots, Sadio Mane and Ivan Toney in their most player of the match performances, Trent Alexander-Arnold with 12, and then we've got Trent Alexander-Arnold with 212 key passes, James Ward-Prowse with 160, then we have Andy Robertson with 116. Best pass completion, no one was in there. Most tackles made, however, Rico Henry was in 5th with 76, and Kyle Walker-Peters joint 6th with Calvin Williams, both of them having 75. Most dribbles made, Andy Robertson with 163, 52 more than Emmanuel Denise, who had 111. And the most clean sheets, Allison with 22, David Raya with 11, Fraser Forster with 10. Fewest conceded, Allison only conceding 22, David Raya conceding 46. But one thing that I want to highlight here was Trent Alexander-Arnold. There we go. I can English. His average match rating was a 7.95. That man almost averaged a 8.0 over the Premier League season. That is absolutely phenomenal. Now, looking at the teams overall from all competitions, Luis Diaz led the team with 30 goals and 13 assists. He was that left inside forward. Sadio Mane with 29 goals and 12 assists. Diogo Jota with 21 goals and 7 assists. So him and Sadio Mane switching off, playing that shadow striker role. Virgil van Dijk with 19 goals from the set pieces. I know that's what they're from. Mo Salah with 13 goals and 7 assists. So I take that back. Diogo Jota probably played on the right wing in that front three with Mane and Diaz, while Mo Salah was injured as he only played 21 games, unfortunately. Roberto Firmino with 11 and 10, while only starting 13 games of coming on as a sub and 40 of them. Then we got Fabinho next, highest goal-wise with 9 goals. And, I mean, assist-wise, I'm absolutely loving it because Trent Alexander-Arnold had 31 assists, Andy Robertson with 20 assists, Luis Diaz with 13, Thiago with 13, Sadio Mane with 12, Roberto Firmino with 10. Next highest after that was Mo Salah and Diogo Jota, both with 7. And average rating-wise for the season in all competitions, Trent Alexander-Arnold right here with a 7.81. That is absolutely unbelievable. Now moving on to Brentford, Ivan Toney, who could never play shadow striker in reality most likely. In this, he had 19 goals as playing as a shadow striker. Brian Mbeumo scoring 12 goals. Then we've got Johan Vissel with 7, Ethan Pinnock and Christopher Ayer. Both of these, I know, being that they both scored 6, are both from the set pieces that I have set. Now, assist-wise, Brian Mbeumo was the only one double-digit wise, but as you can see, a lot of players here all contributing in the assist column. Brian Mbeumo with 15 assists, and Ivan Toney next highest at 6. Next highest after that, we got 4 players at 5. That is Johan Vissa, Shandon Baptiste, Rico Henry, and Mr. Christian Eriksen. Now moving on to Southampton, Che Adams had 23 goals, and Armando Broja had 13. James Ward-Prowse was the next highest after them with 6. And looking at the assists, James Ward-Prowse, only person double-digit wise. But as you can see, once again, everyone contributing in the assist column. You got 14 assists from James Ward-Prowse, 7 from Armando Broja, 6 from Tino Livramento, and then you've got 5 from Che Adams, Oriol Romeu, and Ibrahim Diallo. So very, very happy with how all 3 teams performed. I think if you get a little bit more quality within the Southampton and Brentford squads, they all would have finished probably top 7 But I mean, even without that little bit of extra quality, Southampton finished in 8th, Brentford in 11th, so did very, very well. But now let's see how these teams did within the match engine with this tactic. As y'all can see there, these teams did absolutely phenomenal within the match engine. If you guys noticed in the second clip there, Brentford and Southampton played against each other, and Brentford shut them out 4-0. And I mean, one of the reasons why is because Southampton definitely need a little bit better quality, especially in net, because Fraser Forrester let in a very, very bad third goal. But if both those teams had a little bit better quality, I can definitely see both of them finishing in top 7 with Liverpool. I mean, Southampton, they finished on 59 points, 3 points away from doing it. So, I mean, it really could have been just a little bit more quality within that team. They definitely would have finished top 7. Brentford are supposed to finish in the relegation zone. They finished in 11th, so very, very happy with that. And Liverpool winning 3 out of the 4 possible trophies that they could do, and they almost won all 4 by only getting knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. And I mean, I was looking at all the scores that Liverpool had. They were absolutely demolishing people. So this tactic, very, very good one. Definitely give it a go, especially if you're looking for that strikerless type play. Give it a go online as well. I'm sure it'll work on there as well. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's tactic video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As subscribing is 100% free. The link to the tactic will be in the Discord that is linked down in the description, along with the set piece tactics. They'll be in there as well, so that is where you can find them. But until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.